Hi lads and lasses, Modest Pelican here with a video looking at some underrated guns in Battlefield 1. My method of finding out which guns were underrated involved putting on my analyst helmet and doing some unbelievably astute inquisitorial research into which effective weapons players were not using very much. Or in other words, I cracked a cold one and had a quick peruse of battlefieldtracker.com, which actually provided me some really good weapon usage data to work with. I then picked a few guns and checked with my mate Stealthofieldo if he thought they were underrated, in which he replied, yeah, they are all pretty good guns. As you can see, I don't fuck around with my preparation for these kinds of videos. Obviously the weapons I choose are going to be hugely debatable, so I encourage you to post your own suggestions in the comments below. The first gun I want to talk about is the SMLE Infantry. A little known fact about this weapon is that SMLE stands for shooting my load everywhere, as every time you fire this bolt action barbarian, it most definitely is a money shot. I was pretty surprised to see that only 7% of rifle kills were with this weapon, as in my eyes, it is the most powerful infantry scout option in the game. Twice as many people are using the Martini Henry, which is a really fun weapon to use, but it only has one bullet in the chamber. And the same amount of people are using the Rebuy Infantry, which fires slightly faster than the SMLE, but doesn't have a sweet spot so you don't get any one-hit body kills. I'd recommend giving the SMLE Infantry a red hot crack, as when you line up a gaggle of enemies in the sweet spot, they drop faster than a girl's panties when she finds out you wear shoes like this when you dine at fancy restaurants. The next gun I want to talk about is one from the In the Name of SAR downloadable content, and that is the support class LMG, the Peroneus. The only problem with this weapon is that it is pretty hard to fire with a huge erection, because you're definitely going to have one when you unload 120 bullets of reparation straight into the enemy. The Parabellum, which was another LMG released with the Russian DLC, definitely stole most of the hype, and for good reason. It is a close quarters beast, but I feel the Peroneus slipped under the rug a bit. With its low recoil and huge mag, you can dish out some serious damage and absolutely destroy opponents, like they were my dream of becoming the first feathery squawking male porn star. The MP18 Trench is an assault class submachine gun that is used by most players when they first get the game. A quick look at the submachine gun statistics finds that 85% of players now prefer to use either the Hellriegel or an Automatico, and only 6% of players are still using the MP18 Trench. It's like people have forgotten about this gun, and it has been left in 2016, along with Pokemon Go, water bottle flipping, and my virginity. Because you know, since becoming universally famous, I get all of the girls now. The other day, some honey came up to me and said, "Are you that monotone, semi-cringeworthy, shit-talking Australian pelican with a tiny Battlefield 1 and gaming YouTube channel?" And I was like, "Yeah baby, you know this." And she was like, "Oh my god, put your peenie in my elbow crease," and it was scorching hot, lads and lasses, scorching hot. Anyway, sorry. The MP18 Trench is actually a really effective weapon and is basically a hybrid of the Automatico and the Hellriegel. You'll definitely want to hip fire a lot with this weapon, as it'll give you the drop on opponents. Also, it's kind of nice using a submachine gun that most of the Battlefield 1 player base won't absolutely hate you for using. Another DLC weapon that I feel doesn't get the props it deserves is the Rebuy Royale. This weapon was released with the They Shall Not Pass DLC and is basically a World War I assault rifle. This Malacca has great damage drop off, and at the longest of ranges it will only ever take you 7 bullets to dispatch an enemy. I also had a look at the Battlefield 1 forums and everyone was talking about the Madsen. I really wanted to like this gun, but almost every other LMG just works way better for my playstyle. But it does seem to be a popular opinion that the Madsen is underrated, so maybe it's worth trying out. Just quickly, I know I've talked some shit in this video, and hell, we've even had a cheap laugh or two, but here at Modest Pelican Gaming, class is our motto, and we strive to rise above the 20th century filth that plagues the internet. Join me as we pave a new path of internet content where polite sophistication is the beating heart and soul of this channel. As always, stay classy.
I wish my dick was bigger. Yup. I can admit it, I'm above average on inches, but I want a damn double digit. If I had a big old cock, what would I do? I'd probably go